moving along the windowsill, I have these two storage holders from IKEA. You can tell I'm a big IKEA fan. These are actually from the bathroom section. I use these. At the bottom of this one is all my adhesives that I reach for all the time. And above, some of the mini punches. And also, can you see on these clothes pegs, decorated with washi tape, are my washi tapes. I just reach for those all the time as well at the moment. And in the top, some bits and pieces, a few little stationery items, some sticky tape and some pencil sharpeners and things like that. In this one I have my accessories and embellishments in the bottom, the ones that I'm using at the moment. Some more mini punches and just some little bits and pieces. This was a swap that I got from a lovely French demonstrator, and she's so talented, and her name is Sill from memory, and I just couldn't bear to part with that. Just lovely. And then come along here and I have a big paper folder. This is quite heavy duty, and this holds all my Whisper White and Very Vanilla full size and my Whisper White and Very Vanilla scraps, and a few other bits and pieces in there. That's my simply scored envelope measurements. So coming down onto the desk, this holder here I use to keep all my plates and things for my Big Shot. I try and keep some for embossing only now, and some, that's what the big ones end up looking like, and slightly bendy. And also keep some separate for my framelits, which are on the Big Shot at the moment. Also my pricking tool, pricking mats and pricking guides there. And my silicone sheet is in there as well. So those little bits and pieces, and some notebooks to scribble down notes while I'm working. I keep my Simply Scored scoring tool and my trimmer out all the time. Reach for those just constantly. So they're out on the desk to reach for. But also down here, and I don't know how well you can see, I've also got an A4 bag that I got from Stampin' Up Convention, but any A4 bag will do, and I've just clipped that onto the edge of my desk, and that means that my things like my metric plate and my diagonal plate can go in there, and also if I need more room I can slot these other tools in there as well and give me more room on my desk, and that's worked really well. So I have my grid paper. This is the old style. If you haven't seen the new style grid paper, I so love it. It's got centimetres on one side and inches on the other. So as I am master of none, I can deal with both sides, and it's excellent depending on the project I'm working on. This is my Dauber storage. You might have seen photographs of this on my blog before. Homemade Dauber storage. It's just little bits of card slotted together to make holders for my Daubers. And yes, I am OCD, and I do have every single one of them labelled. It's my soft sky. And then at the back I have these little pieces here that I print out on, I don't know how well you can see that on the video. I print out and then stick the little labels on there, the colours on there of cardstock, so I can quickly reach for the right one. I have my cleaning bits and pieces here, my stamping mist and my stays on cleaner, and my liquid adhesives in this box here. So my two-way, my Tombow and my Crystal Effects are all in there too. And my most used tools. I have to have 2 pairs of scissors and 2 bone folders, because I constantly lose them on my desk when I'm working. It never looks like this, in case that's what you're thinking. I've cleared up especially. And then I have my stamping mist and my sticky stuff remover, absolutely fabulous for getting glue off your tools. And I also have a tissue box made for me by my lovely demo friend Hayley, who was a roomie gift when we shared a room at convention a couple of years ago, and I love it. And down there, hanging on the hook, is my heat tool, where I can reach for it at any time. My New Star stamping scrub, love that. And this big beastie of a bag is what I take out when I do my workshops. I can get absolutely everything that I need in there, including my big shot, so it's quite a handy bag to have, although a little bit unwieldy. And then a great big recycling bin down at the bottom. This little folding table my sister gave me a few years ago, and that usually sits where the big shot is. I just move it around to wherever I need it, but I usually have projects that I'm working on or I'm about to work on sitting on there. So I'm just skipping over this big storage cupboard here. This has mostly got things from my day job in it, although there is my lovely big shot bag up at the top. And so that's a bit of a dull one in there. But this is my desk that I use for my day job. As you can see, I've made it pretty with stamping up goodies and family photos around. So this is where I sit 9 to 5. But I do have my big shot located on here. It's nice and easy to use. I've got my magnetic plate and my framelits on there. And if you've seen, I've labelled those with washi tape. See, I can't be without my washi tape now. So that sits there, and in the drawer underneath I have my big dies and my embossing folder storage, and these are in IKEA. They're like kind of pop-up boxes, and I meant to look at what the name of them are, but I can't remember now. But they're like a fabric pop-up box, and they're in the they'll be with wardrobes and things like that, the stuff to go in wardrobes and the plastic boxes and things like that. They're in that area if you're looking for them. And in the bottom drawer, just at the front of it here, is all my bits and pieces for when I'm packing for customers. There's my thank you cards already made, and some extra Stampin' Up bags, some labels, and some ribbon and other bits and pieces that I use when I'm packing up my orders. So coming round, I've got a little bit of my filing system there for catalogues and orders and my downline. And you can see I also pin notices to that of things that I've got to remember, and they are stuck on with washi tape. I told you I can't do without my washi tape. Moving round, this is my lovely Mac. This is my home computer as opposed to the horrible work computer. And this is where I do all my video editing. A bit of technology on the shelf behind there. And then this shelf here has got my this and that books. This is my daily journal book. I've been really having fun doing a lot more scrapbooking with this and that, because it doesn't feel like I've got to spend quite so much time on it, which is lovely. And over here is my planning book for my Disney holiday. I've got to show you this. Isn't that cute? My only non-Stampin' Up punch is a Mickey Mouse one. So I'm sure even Shelley Gardner, our CEO, would let me off for that. So yeah, really, really cute, and I'm having lots of fun doing some Disney planning in there. So the shelf above, next to my big E for Elizabeth, I've got my excess ink pads where I've got duplicates for classes. They're in there for when I do very big classes or I accidentally design 3 things using the same colour. And along here I've got my framelit storage. Now the framelits actually come in little envelopes, but I like to put them on magnets inside our DVD boxes that we do, and then I decorate the outside of the DVD box so that I can see what it is that's in there. So to just open one. So you can see inside on this one I've just got one magnetic sheet, and they just stay still, so you can't lose them. So I really like that. So that's the, and you can actually, so with this one they're quite close together if you stack them all up. So I put a little piece of magnet this size and that still fits perfectly in that box. That will close without them kind of fouling each other. So you can get 2 sheets of magnets in there. And so for example, my edgelets, I've actually got all of my edgelets in there, not just the pair, or if you like, that come in a pack. I've got all of them in there as well. So it's a nice easy way of storing them, and also they look quite pretty. Okay, and on the shelf above I've got music and a lot of audiobooks which I listen to when I'm doing my my cutting for my classes and my preparation. And over here I've got more punches. These are the punches that either they're duplicates because they're old style, so I've got these in the new style, use those all the time, but it's useful again to have some extras, so I keep those extra punches. And these are on, I think they're called by gel rails from IKEA again, but the new style hang on those as well. You just need to unlock them and have them open. And this one is retired, but I could not live without it, as you can tell from my organising gene. Okay, and so I've got my printer and some printer supplies. Underneath this top drawer is everything that I've got new. So very full at the moment. We're at the beginning of a catalogue year. So these are all the things that I haven't yet used in classes and workshops. So this is what I'm working with at the moment. And by keeping some things in here, there's some embellishments and an embossing folder as well. It reminds me what I'm using at the moment, and I come to this drawer first. And then the rest of these drawers, now these are called Alex. This is like a double stack of them, of Alex drawers. This is where I keep all my stamps. Because I always used to be a wood mount girl, I had them in drawers like this. But I've sort of got used to it, and I've got the drawers. So even though I could stand these on the bookshelf, I'm quite happy keeping them like this. So I can open the drawer and see what's there. And as you can see, they're kind of divided. I've got greetings and 2 drawers full of elements, 2 drawers full of nature, and so on as it goes down. This one has got hostess sets and also kits, because we're getting more and more kits in the catalogue. So I decided I needed some space for that. And some seasonal down at the bottom. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed my craft room tour. Do ask if you've got any questions about how I work and how I store things. This is where I do all my videos normally, right here on this desk. So you can imagine me looking out on my garden, which needs a lot of pruning. But right now, I'd rather be stamping. Thanks for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.